friends. Thank you for joining me today. It is Sunday, November 8th, 2020. This is episode number 16. This is a crochet podcast where I take you on my yarny adventure and show you any shenanigans that I got into this past week. So sit back, relax, grab your favorite beverage if you haven't already, prop those feet up because you absolutely deserve it, and hopefully you find some sort of inspiration from the things I have to show you. So we're just going to get into it. I have quite a few things today to show you. We're just going to start off with whips. The first whip that I have, I've showed you guys over the past few weeks, is my knit night blanket. And it's a virtual knit night. So it's over on Crochet Creations by Christi, Makers Group. She hosts a virtual knit night at 8 o'clock on Monday nights. It is something that I look forward to every Monday. I have this blanket because I need something easy where I don't have to think, concentrate, because we're laughing, we're talking, we're having a good time, and I can't be trying to figure things out at that time. So I've made quite a bit of progress this week on it. It is, I'll show you guys. So my stitch marker is right there. My stitch marker that I got from Christi. And so I got quite a few rows on it. So I'm 5'7", and that's touching the ground. So I think I'm going to finish off my white stripe and then put another block of this color, and then I think it's going to be done. So I'm still not sure if I want to do a border or not on this. I like the simplicity of just the stripes, but the border, I don't know. I haven't decided. I like the stripes, but the border might look nice too. And I have plenty enough yarn to do a border. Plus, I've been saying before that I wanted to make it wider, and putting a border on will certainly do that. I don't know yet. I'll see how I feel when I finish that last row, and then go from there. This is just a simple V-stitch, back and forth. Very mindless crocheting, and that's what I need on during knit night. The yarn I'm using is Bernat Velvet in white and Bernat Baby Velvet in terracotta. The terracotta rose. I got this on clearance when I by chance stopped at Joann Fabrics one day, and I got like 5 skeins of it. So, and I think this I've only used 2 so far. So I probably even have enough to make another blanket, especially if I decide not to put a border on it. I wouldn't mind seeing that these colors worked up in a different stitch. So that would be quite interesting as well too. The other whip that I showed you guys last week, it was the start of it, is a baby blanket that I have for a request. It's a striped blanket. This stitch marker here is where I was where I last showed you guys. So I put on quite a few rows, and I started the next. I think there's one simple white stripe, and I think it goes to another color. So definitely this is actually really easy too. This is a pattern found on Daisy Farm Crafts called Summertime Stripes Crochet Blankets. The person that's requesting this wanted a classic Winnie the Pooh Grafghan, but she needed it by December, and there's no way I can pull off a Grafghan by December, especially with some of the ones that she was showing me, the complexity of it and stuff. Just simply wouldn't happen. So she was okay with just doing a striped blanket in the color theme. So that's what I'm doing. The yarn I'm using for that is Caron Simply Soft, which is, of course, one of my favorites. Not everybody's favorite. Some people don't like Caron Simply Soft because it splits. I've worked with it for a number of years, probably since I started crocheting. So I have a way of working with it. I just love the way it works up, how it feels. It's so soft and it's drapey. But anyway, I'm using white, and I'll be using light country blue and sunshine and persimmon, something like that. I don't know how to pronounce that, but you guys, it's like an orangey color. So when I saw those colors, I instantly thought classic Winnie the Pooh. I don't know why, but I did. And she loved it. So that's what we're going with. So yes. Hopefully that it's working up nicely. So I don't think it's going to be an issue getting it done in time. So I just got to keep moving on it. The next whip I have to show you guys is a lovey that I showed you guys part of last week. It's for a baby set that I got to do. I showed you guys the blanket with the white pumpkin, country blue, and gray heather. I showed you guys, and of course it's Simply Soft again. But I showed you guys that blanket in these colors that I finished up a while ago. So this is going to be turned to a whole baby set with the lovey, the sweater, the hat, and the booties. So I got the lovey going. And I had the head almost done last week. So it is done. And his face is on there. And then I have 2 ears to attach. So it's going to be a little bear. It's my end is wrapped around it so I can sew it on. But there's an ear. I have 2 of those. And then I have the arms. I have 2 arms. I have all the parts. So that's done. And I even got started on the blanket part of the lovey as well too. It's almost done. I'm going to attach here so I don't want to start losing things. Here it is. It's kind of big for a lovey blanket, but I have one more row of the white to put on, so I think it'll be fine. I just did a simple double crochet square for this one in the color workup of the blanket to match. So that's the pumpkin, the white, the country blue, white, and then gray heather. In the pattern repeat of, I think I did 2 rows of each. Yeah. Was it 2? Yeah, 2 rows of each. And then I'm going to attach the bear part, and then the lovey's going to be done. So great progress on that this week. The pattern for this lovey is called the Interchangeable Lovey Blanket by Elena O'Day. The pattern can be found on Bello Coco Crochet. I will be sure to link that down below. There's a bunny too. So it's the same workup. It's the ears are bunny ears instead of little bear ears. So that's really cute. I love the pattern. I'm not doing the blanket part for the pattern. I decided to go with this last minute last night. So, but there is a pattern for the blanket. It's the whole thing. So there's that. That's all I've been working on. So lots of progress on everything. So I do have one finished item. So I've showed you multiples of these in the past. The Buffalo Plaid family hats. I've made a few of these in different variations and sizes. This is by MJ's Off the Hook Designs. I bought this off of Ravelry. She does have a YouTube tutorial on the one size, but I wanted all the sizes, and it's the ribbed hats, and it comes in baby, toddler, child, ladies, and men's. And then you got the plaid hat with the brim that you can fold up, or a brim you can just have just a single brim. So it's basically 3 hats in one, in every size that you can imagine. I love this pattern. So I did finish one, and this is a child size one. There's that, and with a great pom-pom. So I'm going to then make the next, so I've made the baby and the toddler. So then next I'm going to make, and then this is the child. So next I'm going to make the ladies. What I like about this is it's stretchy. So, and everyone has different size heads. So it's going to fit just about any size head. So even with your child growing, kids grow, they don't wear the same size from one winter to the next. So this one actually may get 2 years of use out of it, if you know what I mean. But I did learn something, for those, I'm sure you've heard of Bag a Day, Crystal. She put out a video about pom-poms recently, and I started watching. I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing, but I learned, I didn't know you were supposed to, like, you could blow dry pom-poms to make them poofier. So I got to do that yet. So I'm going to blow dry the pom-pom to make it poofier, to make it more appealing for the pictures for my listings. The pom-poms I bought off of Amazon, and I have it attached inside with a button. So then you can just, it has the band, so you just detach it, take your pom-pom off, throw your hat in the wash machine, and then just reattach your pom-pom so your pom-pom don't get ruined. So that's one finished object. I want to keep just going with this hat, and basically make family sets. At first I was just going to do mommy and me, but I'm just going to make family sets. So I'm going to do a ladies and a men's in this red and black plaid. Just keep going. Then, and probably just change up the brim between gray, white, and black. The yarn I use for that is, again, all my projects I have is in Care and Simply Soft, except for the one with the velvet. Like I said, it's one of my favorites. I'm using Harvest Red, Autumn Red, Black, and Gray Heather to get my plaid. And my other hat, the last hat I think I did a white brim instead. I can't remember, but I think that's what I did. But anyways, so I'm going to keep going, make the next size up next. So it's going to be the lady size. So yeah. That's all the finished projects I have. Like I said, I got these baby sets. So hopefully you'll probably be seeing more and more of that, and a hat here and there thrown in. Some other things I want to show you guys. I did get some acquisitions this week. Like I've said in the past, I put myself on a yarn ban. I am to go yarn shopping this weekend with a friend, a local friend of mine. She wanted me to take her yarn shopping. She was really interested on seeing my process of yarn shopping. So I said, well, let's go when Hobby Lobby has her 30% off. So that's what we're going to do. But I had to order yarn for the striped blanket. This one here with this persimmon color. I don't use this color a whole lot, so I don't have enough to do the blanket. It would be really close, I would just say that, and I don't want to run out of yarn and have to order it last minute and then risk the chance of not getting it done in time. So I just went ahead and ordered it. So I ordered from Hirschner's. Now, I will say in the past when I've ordered from Hirschner's, I think it was earlier this year or sometime last year, I placed a large order with Hirschner's, and I try and order in groups of 3, so it can come in the plastic wrap, and not one bit of it was in the plastic wraps, and I had a lot of white, and some of it was dirty from the box because it wasn't in any sort of plastic or anything, and I ordered it in those quantities so it could stay in the plastic. So I was a little disappointed. I actually had to email them because the white that I got was clearly dirty, and yes, it probably could wash off and stuff, but you know, they were good. They fixed the problem and all that, but so I was a little skeptical because I decided to order white. Well, let me just show you guys because I'm just babbling at this point. So I did, and everything's in the plastic wrap. I'm just going to leave it in there. So you're going to hear some rustling. But I got 3 skeins of this persimmon however you pronounce it, this orangey color. And then I got 3 skeins of white because this is all I needed. I basically needed 1 skein of this orange color. But like I said, Caron Simply Soft is one of my favorites. So I always stock up on staple colors that I use a lot when I place an order, or I'm running low on a color when I need to place an order for one that I need. I go ahead and stock up on that to make it worth my while, because I had to pay shipping and stuff. So I got the orange. I got 3 skeins of white. It's all in the plastic wrap. I was very excited when I opened the box. And then I use gray heather a lot as well too. It's one of my favorite colors. I love gray. And I got the autumn red, which I go through autumn red. I actually have a baby set that is that's going to use a lot of autumn red, which you guys will see here before long. But it was funny, my box came yesterday. Let me get these moved so I can quit rustling. Okay, done touching. So my box came yesterday, and my husband was outside doing some yard work and stuff, and I was inside. And he sent me a message. He's like, your box is here. And I was like, yay! I opened up the box, and I just got those things, those 4 colors. I was going to buy something new that I don't have, you know, new color, something different that I don't have, which is sometimes what I try and do, but I was trying to remain strict with myself and not purchasing just because it's pretty. For the time being, like I said, I have a shopping trip coming up this weekend, and I have another one come up in December. So I didn't order any extras. So when later on my husband come into the house, and he's like, did you like your package? And I was like, you know, I always get excited when I get yarn in the mail, but it was still exciting, but it's stuff that I already have, I use on a regular basis. So it wasn't as exciting as getting a new color or getting a different brand of yarn or anything like that. So it was a little, yeah, it was, yeah. So I did make a purchase on, I don't know if you guys remember, the little yarn, not yarn, what's the word I'm looking for? It's escaping me. The, oh my goodness, the wool fiber pom-poms. The stitch markers, the little round balls of stitch markers. I made those a couple weeks ago, and I showed you the ones I made on last week's video. So I purchased a couple more off of Etsy, and she had like ombre sets. You can buy like individual colors, but I really like these ombre sets. So here's one, and that color is like the color of my logo, so I really enjoyed it. Like, I'm like, I got to get this color to match, of course. And this one too, it's an ombre color too. So I can't wait to make some stitch markers out of these. I'm very excited. I enjoyed making them, actually. So I didn't make any this week. I plan on making some probably later on this week, and see what happens from there. I got these from Etsy. Like I said, it's called Cutest Little Garlands. Be sure to link them down below if you guys are interested. But I do plan on purchasing more. And they came in no time at all. Because initially, when I ordered the ones from Amazon, I wanted them to come quickly. So I can make some, because I wanted to attach it to the first clue of last week's reveal of the crochet along, which I'll get more into here in a minute. So, and this one said it would ship within 7 to 10 business days. So, but it actually came much quicker than that. I think I got them this past Monday. So, not too bad. Not too bad at all. I don't know if she makes them, if she's making them as they're ordered or what, but whatever. They're gorgeous. I like them. So, there's that. So, speaking of the crochet along, if you haven't heard already, Grandma's Forever Hug, Progressive Crochet Along. It's a mystery crochet along. Me and Crochet Creations by Christi are hosting together. So if you haven't heard, please go check that out. In the past 2 videos, last week Clue 1 was revealed, and the week before that was the initial announcement of the crochet along. So be sure to check those out. Go to our Facebook groups. They will both be linked down below. All the details that you're going to need is in those. The posts are in the announcements tab on both groups, so be sure to go there. So just a brief recap. It's a crochet along me and her are doing. The patterns are the same or different. If you've started already, you're going to notice some people are doing both, some people are just doing one or the other. In the end, we don't care as long as you're doing one, and we love seeing the pictures, so be sure to post those pictures. Mine is made out of Barcelona in the Arctic colorway, which I don't think you can get anymore, but it's a gray and white striped color. I love it. It's a bulky 5. Hers is using a 4 medium weight. The yarn for the first week of the Clue, we're giving away prizes every week. Well, we're not giving away prizes every week, excuse me. It's a progressive, so we're adding to the grand prize every week. So every week we're going to show you what we're adding to the box. There's going to be random giveaways in between during the whole crochet along. It's 9 weeks. So be sure to post your pictures of your progress on the original post. So when you post in the weekly one, we're not going to take the names from that. From the original announcement of the crochet along is where you want to post your progress pictures. I love seeing everything so far between her group and my group. The colorways, the yarn being used, oh my goodness. And it just makes me all warm and fuzzy because this is my first pattern that I written with someone, and it's the first crochet along I've ever hosted. So many new things and experiences that I'm learning on this one. So like I said, just be sure to post those pictures. I love seeing them. Any questions, do not hesitate to ask. We are there to help. So it's a good time. So if you don't know or already know about that, go check that out. So last week I announced that my first week of the giveaway is this Soft and Sleek Low Pill Fiber by Yarn Bee in the colorway French Lilac. And attached to it is a stitch marker that I made. And see, I've never made stitch markers before. So like this whole process, everything's new to me. And I'm so glad that I'm doing it with Christi because, you know, she's just a great guide, you know, and direct me in the right direction sometimes when I feel a little lost. So anyways, this was for week 1. Week 2 is Yarn Bee Sugar Wheel in the colorway Fritter Flutter. And attached is this stitch marker that I made. It kind of looks like candy corn. So that wasn't intentional, but here we are. But I like the yellow. It kind of matches the colors of the yarn. There's the cake. That's what I was going for. So yes, this is 355 yards. It's 100% acrylic. It's a 4 medium weight. The week 2 is already posted on both of our Facebook groups. So be sure to check it out. See what you need to do this week to prepare for next week. Yeah. Very exciting things. I'm super excited about it. It's a good time. And me and her have, we work so well together. So we have great plans for the future. I'm very excited that I have such a great yarny friend that I can go to and she can come to me and all this yarny stuff. So it's a good time. That's all I have to show you guys. Yeah, that's it. just looking over my table is fuller than it usually is, and I feel like my video ain't no longer than what it usually is. So anyways, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for following me, subscribing, liking videos, commenting. I read them all. I appreciate every single one of you. Until next week, guys. I was, more shenanigans to happen this week. Until next week, keep that yarn running through that fingers. I'll talk to you then. Bye.